Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me here on my channel, Septeria's Room. I have a mini pocket folder that I like to share with you that I made, and I made it using two single-sided 6x8 papers. It's an easy project to make, and I'm going to give you the tutorial in this video if you also would like to make one yourself. So this is the prototype one that I made. It's just a little pocket, sort of a mini pocket folder where you can store some of your paper goodies and bits and pieces in here. And then I made another one that I added a few bits and pieces and some dangles. So I'll show you this one. So in the front here, there is a front pocket where I've placed a couple of ephemera pieces. And then I just made a little dangle with a tassel and some ribbon here just to decorate the front and just makes it more fun to look at. Inside is another side pocket here where I've just got a little tag and a little ticket ephemera. A little side tuck pocket here, or a corner tuck pocket for some more ephemera pieces. So you can use this to add whatever you like. And then on the front here, on this side, there is a side pocket. And I had a piece of vellum on my desk, and I wanted to see that if that would fit. And I just folded the vellum in half. And inside here, I've got a couple of bits and pieces here. This is, I put this in here because I wanted to see if it would fit. This is I made one of these as a Christmas theme just before, last year, or a few videos ago, and it's got this little side pocket and another pocket here, and it used 1 6x6 paper to make this. And this is just a couple of cutter parts, and I just wanted to see this would fit in this side pocket, and it was just a perfect fit. And the vellum piece was just another way to keep them all together inside like that, and I thought that was just a fun way to add that in here. And this is just like makes it look like a little flip sort of page, and just gives it an extra texture to the front of the pocket. And then on the inside is another side pocket here where you can add some more bits and pieces. I made one of these, just a plain piece of single-sided paper. I just sort of made it into a tri-fold, added a piece of scrap paper on the top here to make it look like a file tab. Sort of note paper, and just folding it in three so that it would fit in here. And then over here is another pocket at the back of the coin style envelope, and this is another piece I just sort of cut to fit inside the back pocket, and then folding it over just to add some decoration to the pocket. And then this is an angle shaped coin style envelope that I placed in the back, here. And then there is a side pocket there. And then it just closes up like that. And that's the back. So you can even, what have I got here? You can even add another pocket in the back here, make a library style pocket at the back for more storage. But this is the completed one that I made. And I thought I would share this with you and also make one in this video for you, so you could see how you could make it. So a few little tuck spots in there. So this is the other prototype. I just added a dangle, and there's your side pocket. And that's the inside. Also, what you're going to need is pick out 2 of your 6x8 papers, or you can cut your papers down to 6x8. If you want to make it in a bigger size, you just have to change the measurements to make it the way you would like it. But I've got 2 here. If you're wondering the paper pad that I used, it's Park Lane 6x8 papers. I purchased this here in Sydney at Spotlight. And you're going to want to decide which one you want as your cover and which one you want as the, let me just see. So this is the cover with the ones with the lemons, And then this part with the pocket is the other 6x8 paper. So I've got two here. I'm going to use this as my cover and this one here as the pocket part and the coin envelope, as well as this front part. So let's do the cover first. So with the cover, actually what we'll do, let's cut out the pieces first for the pocket part so we can get that all cut out. So what we're going to do, so this is my pocket part. I'm going to cut on the 6-inch side. We're going to line it at 3.5 inches. So we're going to cut it down at 3.5 inches. All right, so we've got that piece. And then we're going to grab this piece here and we're going to turn that piece around and we're going to cut that at 2 3/4 of an inch. So I'm going to cut it down to 2 3/4. So now we've got two pieces and we've got this piece. So let's see now, well, let's make the cover. We'll put these to the side. Well, let's do some scoring. Let's get everything scored. And that way we can put the scoreboard away. Now for the cover, we are going to, it's best to use pattern that has no direction for this particular project because there is a bit of folding all over the place and some parts might be upside down if you're using direction paper, but if you're happy to do that, you can still use that. It's no problem at all. All right, let's start with going on the 8-inch side. I'm just going to turn it this way so you can see the score lines. So on the 8-inch side, we are going to score at 1 3/4 inches all the way down and 5 inches. So it's 1 3/4 of an inch and 5 inches. We're going to turn this around on the 6-inch side and we're now going to score at 1 1/4 of an inch all the way down. So we've done all the scoring for that. Let's go and score all the other bits and pieces so then we can put this away. The only scoring we're going to need is we're going to, the little piece, we don't need to do any scoring, but we've got these two pieces. This long piece is going to be this coin style envelope. And we are going to, I'll turn this over this down as well. We're going to line this on the 3.5 inch and we are going to score at 1/4 of an inch in on both sides. So let's go 1/4 of an inch on one side. I'm just going to go this way, 1/4 of an inch. Then we're going to line it on the 8-inch side and we're going to score at 2 3/4 inches and 6 1/4 of an inch. I will put all the measurements down below for you. That will give you the correct measurements. Sometimes I do make my measurements incorrect in my video, so always look at my reference down below. That will give you the correct measurements. So we've done all that scoring. So it was 2 3/4 inches and 6 1/4 of an inch. Now the envelope is done. Let's move on to the longer rectangle piece, and that is going to be this side pocket here. And to do that, we are just going to score on 3 sides at 1/4 of an inch on all 3 sides. So let's do that. So it's 1/4 of an inch on one side, 1/4 of an inch on the other side, and 1/4 of an inch on the other side. Oops. Okay. So that's part's done. This part we don't need to worry about that. Okay, so now let me just grab all right, so let's do the cover. We'll just make the cover and get that done. So we've got that ready so we can add all the bits and pieces into the cover. We have these 3 panels. We are going to cut up here and cut across. We're going to remove these 2 pieces. so we'll put this to the side for now. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to remember, what did I use that piece for? Okay, yep, okay, sorry about that. I was just trying to remember my project. We've got this piece here. We're just going to cut a little bit off this end, just going in a little bit, cut maybe about 1/8 of an inch. Just so that we can create a pocket. That's going to get folded up like that. So let me just show you here. So that is this part here. And I'm just going to create I'm just going to corner around this corner. And to do that, I'm just going to fold this whole piece in just to make it easy for me to get here. So I've got that now. And then that's why we went in a little bit, so that we can fold this in. So I'm going to fold that over now. Oops, get that lined up. And then this one here, we can fold this in, and that will now give us our folder or the cover. You can glue down that pocket, or glue down the pocket, so that's not sort of in the way when we want to add everything. So to do that, we just simply glue down this edge here. Okay, we can put this to the side for now. I'll just put that up here. And actually what we'll do, let's finish it off. We'll add this piece. And that is the extra piece on this side that was down the bottom here. So let's cut off that piece at that score line. And that's going to get placed over here like that. And I'm going to corner around one side and glue down the two sides. And that will give us that little pocket on the corner. And then we have this piece. This piece is going to be placed in the front here, but we'll do that in a second because we need to add this piece first before we add the other pocket. So let's do that now, and that is going to be this little piece here, and you're going to go on it's the 2.5 inch side. So this one is 2.5 inch and this side is 2 3/4 of an inch. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to cut up just about halfway in, about 1/4 of an inch. Just gonna go like that. Go down a little bit of an angle. And then I'm just going to corner around the corner there and just sort of press like a little file tab shape. And we are going to place that here on the front of this panel. And I'm just going to glue down just halfway in there and down the bottom here. So I'm just going to glue that about halfway. So let's just glue a little bit there, a little bit there. And then just place it somewhere in the middle as best you can, and maybe about 1/2 inch in from that fold line. There we go. That's going to give us this side pocket here at the back now, because we just glued just a little bit on the back there. That'll give us that side pocket. And now we've got this piece that was down on this side here. This will now get placed in the front like that, and that will give us that pocket here, and then at the back here will give us that pocket there. And what we're going to do, you can create a notch here if you like. I might go this way, I might go that way, just using a circle punch of your choice. And I'm just going to create a little notch. Go up here, I'll go off center. And we're just going to glue 3 sides. And just a little bit, maybe just so far away from that fold line. And glue that down, and that will give us this little front pocket here on the front. And then it gives us now the back pocket there. We also have this pocket done, and we have that one complete. And then you can add, punch a hole there and create a little, some dangles, some trim. You can add a date here, little word sentiment. So we have that part done. How easy was that? Now let's work on the final part, is this pocket, and then we'll do this one. Let's do this one first, and then we'll work on the coin envelope. So to do that, that's going to be on the back side of the folder, and that's this piece here that we've done the 3 score lines. Pretty straightforward. We've done these pockets many times, just cutting these 2 angles off. And then folding the 3 sides down. And then you can also create a notch if you would like to do that. I'm just going to fold these creases down, it makes it easy. Okay, so now you can go this way if you like, but I like to go this way. It should fit inside nicely. Lining it all up. Oh, I forgot to create a notch. Let me just put that, just open that up and create a little. So there is that pocket done. So we've got that. Oh, did I put on the wrong side? Oh, I put on the wrong side. It's supposed to be on this side. You're probably watching me and you're probably saying, no, Sandy, that's not where you're meant to put the pocket. It's meant to go on the this side. I put it in the center there. So we do make these mistakes. And because there's glue on here, I can always cover that up later on with something else, or maybe the glue will dry. But this is just my sample tutorial to show you. I was putting the pocket and I'm thinking, is that right? But I've got it now. So there we go. We got that. Let me just line it all up so it looks neat. It's never as neat when I do a tutorial to show you, because I'm not really, I'm just trying to show you how it's all done. So there we've got that. Let's now make the coin envelope with the angle shape cut out. And that's the final piece. Okay, so we have this part here that's longer and this part here is shorter. The shorter part is going to be the closure. This is the part that we're going to fold up. So what we're going to do first is we're going to come down here and we're going to cut there like that, like a V shape, and remove that piece where they cross over. Same with the other side. And then we're going to remove these 2 pieces here, so we don't need those, and angle and cut that part out. And I'll also just angle cut this. Actually, we don't need to because we're going to do that. So I'm going to fold this piece up now, just so you can see how it's going to look. We're going to angle cut it, you know, just so it looks like an angle cut shape. You don't actually have to do an angle cut if you don't want to do that. You can leave it, create a notch here. It's up to you. You can even punch a circle shape with a circle punch to create a window here and add some vellum. But I'll do it the same as this. You can use your paper trimmer, but I'm just going to use my scissors. I'm just going to go down about half an inch down from there and then work my way up. So if you want a nice cut, just use your paper trimmer. So now you've got an angle cut there, and then I'm going to just go like that. Just makes it easy for later on. So let's assemble this pocket now, and I'll show you how I do that. So what we're going to do first, these two pieces, we're going to fold these back. And then these two pieces are going to get folded towards you. So they're both, one's going one way, one's going the other way. And then you bring that up, and that will give us this front pocket like that. And then we can fold this down, and that's going to give us the closure. And these two pieces are going to get glued to the center of the middle panel of your cover. And that gives us room, so you've got a bit of a sort of room there to add some, a few of your papers in there. So I'm just going to line this up. And now we can assemble that now. I'm going to corner around these two corners. All right, I want to just try and get that white part so we don't see it. Oops. I get bothered by it if I see it. So. Okay, that's all right now. So let's glue these two pieces, and then we can glue it down. And I'll glue down the bottom here. Add some glue to these two sides. And once that's all glued down, you'll have a pocket there at the back, and then you also have a pocket in the front. Pocket there, and the pocket here. You actually can still put a pocket there. There's nothing wrong with putting another pocket there if you wanted to. And then you've got your extra little side pockets here to add some little smaller pieces. And that's all there is to create this really fun, interactive mini pocket folder to add some of your goodies in here. I hope you had fun watching this video and my tutorial. I hope you also make one as well. And if you do, and you please tag me if you are on Instagram, also on Facebook. I'll have the, you can tag me there as well, and I'll see you all soon in my next video. Bye for now.